Hey YouTube, today we're going to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 11. This episode really wasn't major, but I'm going to get into it anyway. Nene, she moved to Hollywood. She's next to the stars now because she has to be closer to her job. So they moved to Hollywood Hills, next to the stars, next to Larry Flynn and some other people she named. Kenya sent over some furniture, and they were both like, her and Greg was like, what the hell with all these statues? And they was like, well, whatever we don't like, we're going to send it back. We're going to be calling y'all back to pick this shit up if we don't like it. So that was with them. Candy and Riley, they're making Todd a cake for his birthday because Riley can't go to the birthday party because it's for adults only. So they're sitting there whipping up the cake and they're talking. And Riley asked her mom, can she move into the guest house when I guess she's like 16 or so. So Candy's like, hell no. She didn't say hell no, but Candy's like, no. Because Candy feel like she don't want her daughter to be like these rest of these rich kids where they be off the hook. And she's like, you gonna say a child? And I so like that about Candy. Candy feels like, if you watch this all the time, you know Candy's very humble. She's real down to earth. She's not with all that spending your money all crazy kind of stuff. So I like that about them. Kenya and Shay and Lori, they meet at Kenya's house. And they say Kenya's cooking, but I didn't see shit but fruit and salad. So if that's what you call cooking, I don't know. I didn't see no smoke. I didn't see nothing boiling on the stove, nothing frying, sizzling in the background. I don't know what kind of cooking she do. Don't know what the rich people do, but maybe salad and fruit is food. I don't know. But they start talking about Walter and what happened in Aguila. So she tells them that her and Walter is over. And Shay's like, oh, I thought he was gay. And I'm sitting there like, what made him gay? Because she don't want to back me ass cousin. I don't know. But then she springs up that Walter tried to hit on her before, that she's seen him around town before, and then he tried to hit on her. But I'm like, you didn't say that at that dinner that y'all was having. You never brought that up. You act like that was your first time meeting when all y'all met him at dinner and was grilling him at the damn table. So come on with that bull. Anyway, Phaedra exercising, and Kenya, the next scene is Phaedra and exercising. Kenya walks in, and her and Apollo, they greet each other, and they start talking about the workout video. So they say they want to see some steps. So her and her people sit down, and Apollo and Phaedra start talking about the video, and he introduces himself as Apollo Knight, and this is Phaedra Parks, and they're married, but they don't have the same last name. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But, yeah, they introduce themselves, then they start doing all these steps, the donkey dropping, the booty, I ain't here for that video, but they started doing all these little different steps or whatever, and Phaedra was kind of playing, and Apollo was looking real annoyed about this whole situation. Like, I'm ready to just get this over with y'all playing. That's how he was looking. Then Kenya brings up about that the production is going to cost like $100,000 or whatever, and Phaedra like, where? And I'm like, for what? And whatever. So, yeah, that was with that. I don't know. This whole workout video is just a bunch of bull and needs some... They just need a story or something, because I ain't with this. Anyway, Nene and Greg talking about, she said she needs to be more focused. They all think they was on, and she was just like, I'm not having been focused. I've been worried about this movie, yada, yada, yada. And she said she needs Greg's help. He's going to be Mr. Mom now while she's making the money. He's going to be Mr. Mom, Mr. Nene. And all this. And Greg was just like, you need to release your control if you want help. And which is true, Nene. Like, if you want him to have all this stuff taken care of, you need to release some kind of control. Which I understand, being a woman and a mother, you need to make sure everything's in place. Everything, because I'm like that too. Even though my dude is good with the kids, I still go over everything to make sure everything's right. Because that's just a woman. Anyway, Phaedra talking about, the next thing is Phaedra was talking about Kenya and on all this crazy stuff. She was talking to, like, I don't know who that other man was. Maybe somebody that worked in her firm. And maybe a lawyer. I don't know. But she was talking about how Kenya wanted all this stuff and all this stuff. And he was like, well, you just let me know what you want and then I'll do it. Then Kenya walks in and she's talking about Phaedra was talking about she received a text from Kenya and she wanted 10%. And Kenya was just like, I usually want 50% and yada, yada, yada. And Phaedra just was like, for what? And all this, they just was going back and forth, back and forth. Phaedra was kind of getting Kenya together. I can't say that. But, yeah, they were talking about, and Phaedra was like, my booty do all the work, and I sit on a pot of gold. But my thing is, y'all should have had all this set up before she even, well, not even y'all. Kenya, you should have had all this set up before you start doing all this. Before you start doing all this production and meeting people for her and using her name and all this stuff, you should have had your shit dotted online beforehand. So whatever you did for her, she didn't agree to that, so you can't sue her for it. You just did it out of the kindness of your heart. Sorry. Anyway, Nene on her way to work, talking to Greg, yada yada. They get to the trailer. She was happy she got a trailer because she said on Glee she usually has a guest trailer. So she was kind of happy that she finally got a trailer, and she's really excited about working on the new normal. And if anybody watched the show is really funny. It's really good. She might not be in every episode, but when she is, she's good in the scene. So, I don't know. But the show is good. I'm happy for Nene. Anyway, they showed a little glimpse of something, you know, like 45 minutes into the show, they show you a little glimpse of the show. And this time they showed Cordell and Portia because they really wasn't on this episode. And he brings her breakfast in the bed, and they were talking about babies, and she like, why you didn't bring me no yams, and yada, yada, yada. I like Portia, but I wasn't feeling that one. Anyway, Teddy and Todd, they on their way to the party. He don't know it was his party. It was a surprise party. She takes him in a helicopter ride to look over Atlanta from the top since he moved there for her, which I thought was cute. Then they go to the party, and everybody is at the party. And then they come in, and everybody like, where they at? Because I guess they was eating and chilling, and you know, people at the party always got to be like the early. I don't know why, but that's how the stars do it, I guess. But, yeah, they finally get there, and Todd is happy about the party. He's really excited how his mom was there, which I thought was cute of Candy to bring his family in for the party because he is new to Atlanta, and all his family probably was like, damn, we want to party with him for his birthday, and it was possible. So I thought that was cute. What I didn't think was cute was Kenya going around all on the party. First she wants to talk to Apollo about the party, which I thought was wrong, but I bust you in your mouth. You don't talk to nobody's husband on the side, trying to get them to get with the deal. Like he said, he's married. He got to deal with his wife. And just like Phaedra said, regardless of you talking to him, he still got to take that up with his wife. So, bitch, move by. Anyway, then she goes to Todd and wants to talk to Todd about it. But I like how Katie shut that shit down. Like, go about your business. Like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but this not the time for that. Which was true. Todd wasn't feeling that shit. Candy wasn't feeling that. Whatever. So then the last thing was with Cynthia and Kenya. They at the Bailey agency, and they was waiting on Phaedra to get there. And it was Cynthia, Mr. Couture. If y'all don't know him, follow him on Twitter. He was there. Who else was there? I'm not sure of his role name, but I know his Twitter name was Mr. Couture, so follow him. And then it was Kenya and her little assistant dude, production assistant, whatever he was. But then they talking about, Cynthia was kind of upset because she said she found out about this stuff on Twitter and how Phaedra sent a tweet of casting at the Bailey agency, and she was like, no, I don't work for free. But when Phaedra got there, Phaedra told her, like, I thought you knew, because, I wouldn't have sent the tweet. I just sent the tweet. I thought you knew. She was like, no, because I get a casting fee for this kind of stuff. Cynthia was about her money, which I understand. But like I said, Phaedra thought she knew. So that was squared away. Then Kenya and her get into it about this deal. They going back and forth. And then Kenya finally says, well, I don't want to work with you. But basically, that's what Phaedra was saying all the time. Like, bitch, I don't want to work with you. I ain't cool with this deal. But what was making me so mad because Kenya was trying to make it seem like Phaedra said that she was giving her 0% out of this. And that's not what Phaedra said. Phaedra wasn't down with the 10% or the 50%. But she did say, I didn't hear zero. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But I didn't hear zero. But yeah, that's all that really happened with this episode. It really wasn't that much. I had to end up some stuff with this. But it really wasn't that much. Like I said before, I think they showed too much in the beginning. Now they really don't have nothing to show now. Well, next week, Phaedra and Kenya gonna get more into it, and all of a sudden Kenya's gonna come out with a stallion booty video. Bitch, please. I'm not here for it. Ain't nobody gonna buy it. Especially after this season of Real Housewives of ATL. Nobody buying your shit. Anyway, that was my review of the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 5, Episode 11. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe to my channel. Talk to me. I'll talk back. Follow me on Twitter at thaghettoview, THA, not THE. Instagram me at Miss Nika, MIZVNEKA69. Facebook me at thaghettoview. Talk to me. I'll talk back. Alright, peace.